Well, there is a picture floating around on the net. I'm pretty confident this is the airport, and I think it's the one in Atlanta, Hartsfield Jackson, to be exact. That Atlanta airport go catch you every time. Of T.I. and Boosie. Seemingly the two are talking through some issues that they recently had publicly. Just to kind of catch you up really quickly here. If you remember, Boosie was on Vlad TV, and he was asked about some comments T.I. had made on a podcast that recently had kind of went viral. T.I. said, we caught these cases, said his cousin died. My lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if we were to put these charges on your cousin. He said his cousin somehow, some way gave him a message. Yo, I'll take all the charges you got, because I'll be damned if they gonna come and extradite me from here. So T.I. said he got a message from his deceased cousin to put the charges that he had pending on his deceased cousin, because no harm, no foul, right? Boosie was on Vlad TV. He said with the T.I. situation, if he did that, he's a rat too. I don't spare nobody, because if you're doing anything wrong criminal-wise and you cooperate with law enforcement to get out of trouble, that means you are a rat. When I saw T.I. say that, I think T.I. was lying, talking and vibing with this man. I don't feel like he could have held that in for all these years. I'm like, why would you say that when we got an album coming out? It ruined everything. And Boosie went on to say that his uncle hit him up and said that album ain't coming out. And Boosie was like, yo, I'm the man of the people. I can't put that album out. If my uncle say I can't do it, he an OG. T.I. then responded. He said, yeah, so IDK, if it's you or your OG uncle that needs to see it, but I got my paperwork ready to show, pull up, my number the same and my address the same. To get on the net and speak on some issue you never spoke to me about is leaving me to believe you've been hiding your heart the whole time. I never speak certain disrespect on your name, a reputation about it. If, homie, you could at least pull it up and check the black and white. That's kind of a brief synopsis of what T.I. and Boosie got going. So I do believe we need to talk these stories more often about grown men, you know, actually like grown men handling their issues. I don't know what came from Boosie and Tip's conversation. I don't believe a picture surfaces at the airport with them two talking pretty much in the center unless they want it out there. Now, there's a chance a fan just took a picture of them talking. That's very possible, right? My guess, though, with the way you kind of see the picture, I feel like Boosie and T.I. clearly knew if they continued a conversation, it would end up on the net in public, and that we're fine with the picture surfacing on that. And look, if we need to figure out just exactly what happened between Boosie and T.I. during their conversation, you know without a shadow of a doubt, Vlad of Vlad TV is rubbing his hands together like Birdman. He can't wait for Boosie's 38,694th Vlad TV interview in the last calendar year. I'm sure we will find out exactly what Boosie and T.I. talked about in that next edition, whatever you want to call it, in the Vlad TV series with him and Boosie. That just is the gift that keeps on giving. I'm sure we'll find out exactly what was said between these two. And by the way, like you heard T.I. allude to, these two were working on an album together. If they are able to get on the same page, I wonder if that album can still come out. I wonder, will these two be willing to do? Yeah, if they're going to put an album out together, they're going to do it right. They're going to do interviews together. These two dudes that like to talk. They're going to do the whole 9 yards together. That's my belief. I don't think they're just going to drop music randomly. I wonder would these two be willing to still do this joint project together, maybe do some dates together, all that comes with that. Hopefully so. These are two of my favorites. I've had the pleasure of meeting Boosie. I think I've been around T.I. once. These are two legends in my world. I would love to see them get on the same page and still do music together if it makes sense to both of them and their morals. All right? Time, love, and support is what your boy would never take for granted. Boosie and T.I. spotted together, I believe, talking their issues out, but I don't know that to be true. I don't ever like to put bad information, but they were talking with one another at the airport. Your boy's out.